Hi, this is Ronnie, and this is another found video on my SD card. And this was also a challenge for the Summer Scrappy Challenge with the Crafty Surf channel and Scrap and Plan with Leah. And this one was work those tools. So I am going to work a couple of older tools that I had. One is a punch and one is that die with the camera. And I believe they were saying something about older the better. And there's the punch that I'm going to use, it's a Martha Stewart one. And you can't tell as good with it turned that way with the pattern paper on top. But when I turn it over to glue the back, you can see the pattern a lot better on that. And that's one of my favorite punches. And I don't use it near enough. So this was a good challenge so that I'd go ahead and use it on a page. And this is one of my go-to layout designs. I was apparently, when I'm wanting to save part of the paper for one reason or another, like this I got, this is Outfitters, and I got it on a peachy cheap deal, daily deal. And then I just ordered a few sheets of paper to go with it. So I am trying to save the 12 by 12 because I don't have that much. And you can see the back pretty good there. And yeah, it's a delicate looking punch, but it is really pretty, and it punches out both sides when you do it. So it really is a good addition to a page when you use it on the page. And I am going to try to get it as straight as I can up through there. And I tried not to put very much glue so it wouldn't peek through. It does dry clear, but yeah, if you don't put too much, it goes ahead and sticks because it is a liquid glue, and it don't come through so much. And there I'm deciding what to put behind the picture, and I like that, so I'll go ahead and pull the 6x6 out, and that's what I'm going to use to back my picture with. There, I'm going to cut the picture down too, since it is just 6x6 and the picture's 4x6, so that I can do the whole picture with it. And I probably cut a little bit more than I needed to here, but I wanted a bigger mat apparently. I didn't want it very close in. I do love that green. Green's my favorite color. There's my camera. It's Sizzix, and I'm looking through here to see what I want to use the camera with. And when I held it up, I was thinking, man, I'd like, when I was watching the first playthrough of this video, I was thinking, man, I think I'd like to have a wood grain. And that's what I do end up using. So I think it twice. Once when I made the layout a couple of years ago, because this is from 2017, July 2017. And then today. But yeah, green's my favorite color. Mother Nature knew it. I mean, green all outside and then all the other colors, yeah. So it goes with anything, so I do like it. And there is quite a bit of green on this layout because I like it so much. But I cut this out in the wood grain that I picked out, plus another sheet and some black. So I'm going to do some paper piecing here. The older dies don't already have it done for you, where all you have to do is cut them out and paper piece it together. You have to be a little creative and do it on your own, and so that's what I'm doing here. I'm cutting parts apart here, cutting parts apart, cutting the camera apart here, so I'll have pieces to layer. And I love using the Creative Memories guillotine cutter for that because it cuts them a lot straighter. And I'm going to start my layering here, and I'm just going to make a band across the center because a lot of the older cameras would have a decorative band across the center, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to layer the black first, and then I'm going to layer the other brown there. And yeah, it's a smaller piece, so I did drop it. little bit more to hold on to. And of course, you do have leftovers when you do it like this, but uh, it does add to your layout to have it paper pieced together. And I'm going to use some more of the black, the part where you push the button to take your picture. I'm cutting it off so I can use the black and put it in there and have a black button sticking up there. Can't even talk today. Of course, it is kind of early in the morning, and yeah, I'm just gluing down the edges there because I didn't have it over far enough, and to make it all sit down smooth. So I lay it down there, and I'm pretty sure I'm thinking I'm done then, and I get to looking at it, and I decide I do need to do just a little bit more, because see the big hole in the center? That's the one bad part about that camera die. It had the big hole in the center, and let me tell you, I really loved that die when I got it. Still love that die, but I had to hunt for it. They kept wanting such outrageous prices for it on eBay. It was already discontinued when I got it, and I've had it a long time, and it was before they had the thin dies. I've had it that long, and I wanted it, and I finally found it where it was a halfway decent price. And so here I am layering this, and I'm going to put some foam tape between the two layers to make it more dimensional. But I've done quite a few things. I've even put little pictures in there. I've also put the mini flare in there. So I've tried several different ways to change them out. And there I showed the dimensional tape and where I made it more dimensional. And not sure what I'm doing right now. You would think I would have cut this part out. I guess I just wasn't gone too long. Not long enough to cut it out anyway. And I'm going to go ahead and put my picture on the photo mat and put it down. And I am not adding foam tape to the back since I'm going to have that camera and it's going to be more dimensional. And here I'm going to start on my title. And that green font there, it is Thickers, and it's old, and I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's like one of the first ones I ever got after starting watching YouTube. I had no idea Thickers even existed. They did not have them in my town. So yeah, when I seen them on YouTube, I was wanting them, and then they got some in at Big Lots, and of course I had to get some. And these were one of the first ones I got. And it's one of my favorite too. And one thing about foam thickers, a lot of times, they still stick years later. And yeah, I've had them for years. And my title's going to be These Boys Have My Heart. And so the little tiny, I believe those are jelly bean, tiny or letters. It's going to be Have My Heart. And yeah, it's going to be tiny, but it's the green that matched. And sorry about right here. I guess I walked away and forgot to turn one of the lights back on, but I do remember it in about a minute, and I will turn it on. So it's only about a minute that you have to watch with it darker. I did do some editing and make it lighter. It was much darker than this, but I did not notice that I didn't have it on. And I even considered cutting this whole part out, but I'm sitting there playing with all these little puffy stickers that are just adorable and putting them on there. And that one there is an arrow, of course, and I pointed to These Boys since that's my title. And that one is Hike, and we were hiking in the Rocky Mountains and on vacation, and I had taken so many pictures, and the boys was like to the point, after third, fourth day, they weren't wanting to take pictures, but they still did it. In the morning they were better than in the afternoon and evening, and this is later in the day. Oh, there's my light. And yeah, they took the picture, and so I did get a little bit of different looks on their face, but notice how similar they are. You can tell they're brothers. Their look is the same. And that's what my journaling is right there, basically. Of course, I think I forgot to put their looks are the same. I wished I put that now, but yeah, looking at the picture, their looks are alike. And I am looking to see what else I can add to this. And in the freckled font, I find this paper clip, and it says summer. And so I am going to add it to my layout because, yeah, I pulled it out and wanted to use it, and it's so cute. And I put it up there, and I'm going to add a little banner to it and also a puffy sticker too. I don't stop with just the summer. I have to add something else. And here's where I'm looking to see if there's anything else I can add to this layout. They do have lots of cute stuff in these puffy stickers. And since I can't decide, I'm just going to go ahead and glue down some of the things that I've already got on my layout, including that camera, which is like I said, a favorite. And here's my journaling, and I did type it up ahead of time on the computer and make it into strips, and I will be adding that. I do not have a photo at the end. I do slow the video down so you can see it pretty good, but yeah, I looked in the album that I had for this vacation. I made 2 albums, one for my daughter of this vacation, and then I made one for myself, and I'm not done with the one for myself. And I made this layout, and I probably couldn't remember which album it was that this went in, so it probably went in another layout. So next time I'm looking, I did look through several to see if I could find it so I could put a picture at the end. But next time I am just sitting and looking at layouts, I will hopefully will remember to pull this out and put it in the right layout, in the right scrapbook, sorry. I did lay it, the album though, I did lay it aside so that I'll have that easier to find. But I probably looked through a dozen before that I thought were the more recent ones. But this is like a year and a half, well, 2 years. I guess it's 2 years because it's 2017. So yeah, that's my layout, and for the Scrappy Challenge of Work Those Tools, I believe it was. Yep, Work Those Tools. But that is my layout, and I want to thank you so much for watching. If you leave a comment below, I'll be happy to reply. As soon as I see a comment, makes me all excited, and I reply right away. And then if you want to hit like button, I'd love for you to hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And have a happy, scrappy week. Bye.